Oh boy, I seen this title. I said I got to jump straight into this one with my Patriots. I ain't gonna lie to you. MSNBC anchor Mitch Trump is reminding him of 2016. And y'all know what happened in 2016. That truck's running good. That truck, we're gonna be able to afford a truck. We can just throw this old truck away and get us a new truck, Patriots. Nah, we're gonna still ride in this truck. This truck still runs good. It still runs good. So if it still runs good, why get rid of it? If it you know what's that saying y'all say? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Was that it? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Was that now? What's that saying Grandma used to always say? Damn, I forgot what Grandma used to always say. What Grandma used to say? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If you can't replace it, it don't need replacing. Amen. Let's jump into it, y'all. I'm telling y'all, man, we are wiping the board. But again, with all these polls and everything you're seeing, the rallies and all the new stuff coming out, we got the debate coming up. We got a lot of stuff coming up, man. The convention. So, hey, we encourage everybody to get up off them booty cheeks and go vote. Okay? I know y'all like, well, we know the vote's there, but we got to worry about who's collecting and count. Okay, all right, but look now. Still, everybody got to get up and go vote. It's time for a change, man. But man, MSNBC anchor admits this. Oh boy, I can't wait to check this out with y'all. Let me stop all this yapping and talking and yapping and let me just shut up and get right into it, man. But again, I hope everybody is blessed, well, and healthy, and that 2024 is treating you guys well, man. That the month of June has went amazing for you guys. We're living in some crazy dark times. People are struggling at an all-time high. Suicide rates, depression, anxiety, PTSD, all-time high. You know, people are tired, exhausted, in pain, you name it. Trying to put food on the table, making life decisions every single day. Just walk outside and see. People can't even walk outside and smile anymore. You see homeless veterans. I mean, you see, it's sick, y'all. What we've come to. And America isn't America anymore. And the way they wiped this man through the mud and what he's had to go through. All this politically motivated stuff. I mean, it's ridiculous. The lawfare. I mean, it's sad. You know, can't tell you the crime. Unbelievable. You know, but we want to thank all the corruptors, all the people that that came after this man and made him more popular and woke so many people up. It makes me smile to see a lot of people actually calling it for what it is. They can see for what it is now. You know, simple as that. Can't beat the man fair and square. So we're riding, Patriots. We're going to get it, baby. And we're going to smile and crack open a cold one in November. We're going to dance and boogie and jiggle. And who baked that pie? That pie was good. And if you try it with some ice cream, it's even better too. You know, we're going to get that grill hot. I'm going to pass my fellow Patriots a cold one. You want another one? Here, crack open another one. We're going to dance and boogie. And we're going to finally be able to go inside the grocery store. You know, we're going to close that thing down, close it, shut it. Yes, Lord. You know, because right now the criminals are smiling and dancing and boogieing right now. Unbelievable. Ridiculous. Just calling it like it is, y'all. I'm sorry I didn't yap 4 or 5 minutes. I apologize. I need to stop. I talk too much, man. Damn, I talk way too much. I'm so sorry, y'all.
Game on. President Biden and former President Trump preparing for next week's debate. How they're doing it is quite different. Former Obama White House official Van Jones says Biden does not have a choice. He has to succeed next Thursday night. They
say if this debate this could be it for Joe, y'all. They say but this could be it for him. This could be his last moment. They already have a backup plan.
This is the entire election as far as I'm concerned. The entire world will be watching. If you are a carbon-based life form, you're going to be watching. If you've got a functioning brainstem, you're going to be watching. Because if Biden goes out there and messes up, it's game over. If he walks out there and a week later he's lower in the polls, it's panic in the party.
Insiders are telling Fox News Trump is skipping any kind of a mock debate and instead working with allies and aides on going after Biden on things like the economy. And Trump is multitasking. He'll be campaigning in battleground Pennsylvania tomorrow. Biden, however, we're told, is locked down with advisors at Camp David for a week of prep.
A week?
A new column says that only proves he's not up for the job. Here's a quote. Either Biden is so unprepared or unable to defend his own record that he needs 7 days of debate prep away from the presidency to be ready to speak for a total of some 35 minutes on Thursday, or that task is so monumental for him and his current mental state and at his age that he needs a vacation just to steady himself for that task. End of quote. Power panel now. Guy Benson, Fox News contributor and host of The Guy Benson Show on Fox News Radio. And Jose Aristimuño, former DNC deputy press secretary. Jose, I'm going to come to you first. What's your reaction to that column in the Washington Examiner and what it had to say about President Biden?
Good to see you, Harris. Look, this is what I'll say. I think first and foremost, we're going to let the American people make a decision if Joe Biden performs well in the debate or he doesn't perform well. Let me say this. What do people do before a major test? They study. That's what you're supposed to do, right? So I don't getting criticized for wanting to do well in a debate. I don't understand the logic behind that.
It doesn't bother you that he's gone for a week and yet his opponent will be campaigning? It's just a thought and an open question.
Everyone's got a different. Well, you know what? His opponent needs to campaign a whole lot because he was locked up. He was in a courtroom for a long time.
We're going to fix your audio.
His audio, y'all just I mean, God, Lee. Sorry, Patriots. Y'all know I got to call it like it is. I mean, they need to get him off the air with all that audio stuff. It's hurting my ears. I don't understand what's being said from that fella.
And while I'm doing that with my crew, maybe you consider the fact that the fundraising is now tougher for Joe Biden. And Trump is beating him in that category. So when you talk about campaigning, fundraising, that sort of thing, Biden's not winning. Guy.
Well, look, I think it's probably a smart move, actually, for the Biden campaign to send the president off for a long period of time to rest and to prepare. I'm not quite where Van Jones is, like, oh, it's over if he does very poorly. But there's a lot riding on this debate next Thursday. And Joe Biden does not really have a lot of interaction in a sustained way, standing there for 2 hours, answering questions. This has not been in his wheelhouse, I think, for various reasons recently. So to really prepare him, I think, is the right move. I think Trump should take this very, very seriously. I think he should be preparing more. He can go on the campaign trail, he can multitask, but I think maybe having a mock debate would be a good idea, really workshopping the questions that I think we all know are coming and how he can pivot back to the issues that would help win him the election rather than getting dragged down different rabbit holes. I think that would really behoove Trump, and we'll see if that's something he's willing to do, because it will take some discipline, but preparation here, I think, is in order.
You know, it may not just be the fundraising that I mentioned either, Guy. And again, we're working on Jose Aristimuño's audio. Here's NBC's Chuck Todd.
I don't mean to simplify this, but, you know, Donald Trump's rhetoric even his sort of swagger looks more like 2016 in the campaign you covered so closely, Katie, than he looks in 2020. When Trump's losing, the worst version of Trump shows up. And when Trump's winning or he thinks he's ahead, he's actually a different person, a different candidate. The Donald Trump in Detroit and those events he did, he was oddly loose. He was trying to be funny and all of this. If he somehow drops the grievance, he could end up looking more like that 2016 candidate where he's the outside disruptor.
You know, Jose, I'm hoping you could hear some of that as I
2016 Trump. What y'all think now? Comment down below. I can already see the comments down below. Oh boy, I can't wait. 2016 Trump. MSNBC has to swallow it. You know, they have to. Yeah, you know. Sometimes you don't want to always swallow it, you know, but sometimes you gotta swallow it to get your nutrients.
Come to you to get your response on it. This idea that, be careful what you wish for on the left side of the aisle with Donald Trump. He is winning. And when you look at those key battleground state polls, it's been consistently so.
Yeah, Harris, look, it's going to be a break or make moment for the president. He needs to perform well. If we look at Donald Trump at the beginning, he said, look, Biden is incapable to do debates. He's going to trip. He can't tie his own shoe. Now he's saying that he's going to do well. So Trump keeps going and flipping, going back and forth. At the end of the day, the American people need to make a decision. Now, both candidates need to talk to the future. I think the mistake is if Trump starts talking about the past and starts getting into personal attacks, I think he'll lose the debates like he lost in 2020. But I agree with Van Jones, and I agree with a lot of Democrats that are concerned that say Joe Biden needs to be on the offensive and he needs to perform well. There's no question about that.
There's one thing to be on the offensive, Guy, and I would say this for both of these men as they go forward. Keep in the forefront the American people. Donald Trump doesn't have a problem doing that because he's under a gag order, and he will be under a gag order that night too, unless something huge happens that we are not anticipating.
It's sad, man. They still got a foot in the president's mouth, man. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry, y'all. I still can't get over that gag order, y'all. It's ridiculous, man. Again, we've never seen anything like this, man. The man wants to runs for office, and bam, all of a sudden, never had no criminal record, nothing. But all of a sudden, the man runs for president. Dan can't tell you what the crime is. Still, we're almost in July. I'm still waiting for the crime. The jury's celebrating a day early. Can't give the man a fair judge. Politically motivated, y'all. But, like I tell y'all, it's made him more popular. It's woken up a lot of people. And you wonder why the polls look the way they do.
At this point. So it will be interesting if Biden chooses to be the angry man from the State of the Union. What will that look like?
And how does Trump parlay it? Because there are going to be questions, I think, about January 6th and who won the last election and, the convicted felon stuff. That's all coming. Abortion is coming. You can see and you can anticipate what they're going to do. Yeah. So I think Trump needs to be absolutely ready to make his points. He doesn't have to, back away from what he wants to say, but make that quick, make it pithy, and then get back to the bread and butter of this campaign, which is, are you better off today than you were, let's say, 5 years ago? 2020 was an insane year with COVID and everything else. How about 2019? How is the country doing in 2019? We can get back to that. This is sort of his message. We can do that again because we're failing these last 4 years. If that's what the American public decides on one way or the other, I think Trump wins the election.
Well, you know what? Ironically, given all that you just talked about with the pandemic, and I know Jose wouldn't argue with this because we both remember the number, 1.4% inflation at the end of Trump's term, even given all of the pandemic. It's fascinating because we haven't even sniffed that category under Biden. In fact, at one point, we were north of 8%. All right, gentlemen, I'll bring you back. Jose, Guy, thank you.
Hey, everyone.
All right. What do y'all think, man? Comment down below, y'all. Boy. Oh, boy. I'm telling y'all, man. Sometimes you got to swallow to get your nutrients, Simple as that. Simple as that, man. But, man, that fella got... he didn't want hibernating. He's finna go study. Man, they say they said something. What about the drug test now? We know it's something in that Gatorade, that juice they got him drinking. Now, I'm for real. We're gonna need that drug test, man. But are y'all ready for this debate? Comment down below, man. It'll be here before you know it. November will be here before you know it. And I'm ready to crack open a cold one. in November. Are you ready to crack open a cold one? Let me know in the comment section down below. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. And hey, man, we got some big things coming out, man. So put your seatbelt on. This truck has a recall on it that the airbags might not deploy. So I need y'all to put your seatbelt on, man. I love y'all. God bless you all and your families. And I will catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace and love, y'all.